How you all doing? Right, let's just jump straight right into it. Right then, let's get these lights off. Okay, it's just these two Allen key bolts on the top. Whack them out. That's that one. Here we go. That's that one. Let's do the other one. Guess what I've done? That's that one. Whoever put these on had no idea what they were doing. They just cut the plugs off the wires and twisted the wires together. Well, that's it, it's off. In a fashion. Okay, what next, Johnny? Let's get this Scott oiler pipe off. You can see that split all the way up. Look. Not very good. I found these little black nipples and I put it on here to try and stretch it a bit so it will go on there. Can't get the bloody thing off. There we go, it's off. Right, hopefully that will fit on there. Oh yes. Whoa. Now we can get this air filter box back on to get rid of these cloths and stop stuff falling in the holes. Right, we've got the dust covers off, so sure everything's working right. Tell you what, before I put the filter back on, I should have done this before I took the covers off. It's going to give all these springs and linkages a bit of grease to help stop them rusting up. This plug, push the wire back on. Go. We'll get that pipe back on. Push this clip back up. There we go. Right, now we've got to get all these rubbers slotted on. Let's try and push them back on. That's it. Something's not right because that's not going to reach there, is it? I must have bent it a bit. Must have caught it with something and bent it. Yeah, put the bolts back in. $10mm spanner. And that's it, that'll do. Air filter back on. Okay, so it's come to that time in this video. Yes, you've guessed it. It's Creator Hater Wednesday. Now look, right, if you've got a bolt and it's too long and you need to trim it down a bit, put it into your vise on the threads that you're not going to use. Squash it down. Make sure you use a good sharp saw. Use your thumb as a guide, so and this way it'll only take a few seconds. Oh, there we are. Always use the right tools. Okay then, I pulled the filter box back off because I did get a comment in the last video referring to these vacuum pipes. Apparently they get very brittle and crack and break up. But these feel really soft and malleable. The T-piece, which is just there, I've taken that out and just joined those two pipes together. So I will be keeping my eye on them. I'm not going to change them because we are going back in here in the near future. The filter box is coming off, the tank's coming off, because I am going to change the plugs and I am going to change the air filter. But that will be after I've had a bit of a ride around on the thing. So I've actually done 7 miles on the thing, and that's at 30 miles an hour. So anyway, back to where we was. Let's get this switch turning the right hand headlight off and on. Right, so we've got the multimeter, we've got our plug. This is the wires coming from the switch on the handlebars. These are the light bulb wires for the right hand headlight. I don't know if you can see, but there's tape around that one and there was tape around that one. But it turns out that one is the I-beam. Somebody's obviously had something else fitted to them. But this little back door here on the back does open, just on these little clips on the side. And if I touch my wire on that one, which I said is the I-beam. Okay, so we've got the switch on I-beam. Put it on the purple wire, get nothing. Put it on the blue wire, getting 11.7. So if I put the switch back to the low beam, go on to the blue wire again, nothing. And if I go to the purple wire, yes, we're getting the 12 volts. So that is the normal headlight. So I'm going to cut this purple cable and join the switch between it. Okay then, so this is the wire from the going into the wires from the headlight. Put some shrink wrap on them, but I might put a bit more on because they're a bit exposed. And if we put the ignition on, they should both come on, I think. Yep, both come on. Then if we press the switch on the handlebars, one goes off. That's puffing smoke out of it. But I'm not using these bulbs, they're just old bulbs. When I put all these things in and I wired it in up to here, somebody in the comments did say that there is an auxiliary wire somewhere in the headlights. And I'm sure he said it had a purple wire, but the only one I can find is this. And it's got two black wires. I've tried putting power to it on with the multimeter and there's no power coming from it. So whether it's got to have a relay put in there or an extra fuse, I don't know. Found this one, which is an auxiliary plug. It's got a purple wire on it, like the guy said, and I'd imagine the purple one is the live. So if I put that old spade into the socket, put my multimeter wire on there, turn the ignition on, put my black wire to the earth. Oh yes, we've got 12 volts on that one. Let me turn the ignition off. I've ordered some new wires for these, they should be here very soon. Put that on there. Ignition is off now. Put my earth on there. Still live with the ignition off, but I want it to be an on-off live, if you know what I mean. The ignition is off. But we've still got 12 volts, so that's no good. So I'll just leave that as it is. Anyway, that is working fine for me at the moment. We've got to tidy all these up and get the headlights and the fairing back on. Okay, so this is the last bolt on the headlamp. Okay, so put the key in, put the key on. There we go, only one on. Whoa. Put the I-beam on. Turn the I-beam off. Turn that one off. Put the I-beam on. Perfect, that'll do for me. Right, while the tank's off, I'm going to remove the crash bars. So while the bike's like this, it is easier. It will be easier to take these crash bars off. There is a nut on the back of the bolt, obviously, which is a 19mm. There we go. Very long bolt. And the nut down here is only 17mm. And no doubt it's going to be 20 miles long. There we go, I think it's finger tight. That's it, that's that one. That's way different. Hopefully you can see the bolt in there, and that's even smaller on the Allen key. I wonder if that's got a nut on the back. Yes, it does. Perfect. Wonder if I could hold that with my fingers. Yes, I can. Okay, there's the knot. There's the bolt. Okay, let's get the other side off, but you don't need to see that. Right then, you see when I took the bolts out, I took this bolt out. It was just there on the crash bar, which was this bolt. But it should have that bolt in there. And the reason that thin skinny bolt was in there was because whoever fitted these crash bars couldn't get the thick bolt back in. Why couldn't they get the thick bolt back in, Johnny? Because instead of putting a jack underneath the engine, they just took all the bolts out. Then the engine is only resting on that one. So the engine has dropped slightly and misaligned these holes. So I've had to put a jack under the engine so I can push that bolt through. And that is now the proper size bolt. I don't know. Yes, it'd be a bit embarrassing, wouldn't it? Sitting at the traffic lights, boom, 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 and your engine drops on the floor. Okay, so there we are, the crash bars off, all ready to paint in the spring. The engine is sitting correctly now. Bolt in there. We've got the proper thick bolt down there. Same on this side, we've got the bolt there. And we've got the big thick bolt just there. So now we can release the jack. There we go. And there we go. Okay, so there you go. Make sure you stay till the end to see what's coming next week.